Hey, welcome back to Queen Beauty Podcast with your host, aka Emo's Queen of Connections and Vibes.
And I'm your other host, Quandris, the queen of moments and movement.
Hey,
So this week's podcast is airing somewhere in between Thanksgiving, that Mike Tyson fight,
oh my
Beyonce
goodness.
performance at the halftime show on a Thanksgiving football. What did you wait? Hold on a
Wait,
second.
what? What's going
Where
on? Where
I
is this
can't
episode
see.
airing between?
A lot going on, y'all.
So we got Thanksgiving
Still
dinner.
not over the election.
So like the last episode, which was our 55th, aka 56th episode, because we said 55, but really we miscounted.
We
So
did.
we are really at 57 episode.
We
And the last
human.
episode, we kind of swiped right on through that election because ain't nobody gonna talk about it.
Right.
Now we have a lot of things to talk about. There was a recount. There was a
Did they do a recount? They trying. Bless their heart. It's a mess. Go on.
God bless our country. Oh my God.
Bless our country's hearts, right?
Bless our country's heart. Is that the Southern shade that we gonna provide to them? Bless our country's heart. And then we had Mike Tyson's fight.
Oh my gosh. Did
Every
you
80s
watch it?
baby in the room was cringe. Yes, I watched the entire thing. And I did the foolish thing where you kept asking, it's gonna start at 8, right? No, good Lord, I
Oh,
think it's gonna start at 8. It's
it's
gonna
gonna
start at
start
10
at 8.
o'clock. Oh, it's gonna start at right at midnight.
That's usually how it goes. I didn't watch. Okay, so I did not watch it, but I watched everybody's like reaction to it.
You didn't watch it? First of
I
all,
didn't. I couldn't. I felt weird about it, and I was just scared. I need to have a like an end on how it all went down because I ain't want to be weirded out, and I was still
I'm
weirded out, so it didn't make no difference. Gone.
I'm calling elder abuse on the whole flag on the plate.
Oh my
I,
gosh, here you
I know
go
the
with
man
that. I
got
heard
20
you
million
say that
dollars.
before.
I heard the
Oh,
man got 20 mil,
he
but
got
I'm
his money.
calling elder abuse on the flag. That's the
Oh my
flag I'm calling
God.
on the play because that, my friend, I never see nobody sit in a ring and bite his glove so intense.
Talking about him
Entire
biting his
time.
glove. First of all, from the very beginning of him coming out, and like you know how he used to have like a whole entourage, and it'd be like all of
He
these things.
tripped. Did you know he almost tripped coming out? His balance.
Out by himself, tripped, and then was playing out. What was he playing?
I don't
He
know. I
was it
don't
the rock?
recall.
I don't know if it was a Rocky song or something. I don't know what it was. Something along those lines.
You didn't
But
watch it. You don't know
But
what he
because
played.
I didn't watch it, but I know the other guy apparently came out with something that is for the times, like that makes sense. Like I don't know. In my mind, I was picturing what's the drum with Michael B. Jordan? What's that movie with Michael B. Jordan, the
Oh, you
boxer?
talking about
Creed.
with
I was
Creed?
picturing
Yeah.
yes, I was picturing the
Mm-mm.
other guy coming out like Creed with the live music and it's like super hype, and then him coming out with like boxing.
Jake Paul, he's such a cornball. First of all,
Oh
the whole
God.
thing was, and then so the whole time I'm like, I thought I was mishearing, like I thought I was not listening correctly, and then I was like,
Hmm.
he's not 27, and surely that they said he's 27.
Yeah, he's
Why
like
you in
half
the
his
ring?
age.
Why you in the rink with him? That's
Yeah,
not okay. And then
it's
the
not.
second thing is why they had to show his raw cheeks like that. I feel like it
Oh,
was all elder abuse, and
you know
again,
what? I did not see it, but I did see his cheeks. It was all over. It was
it
plastered
was
over
all over the
everything.
internet. And
It
I
was
don't think
all
he
over the
approved
internet.
it. He just turned around. He was just in the room, turned around in the privacy of his little room.
He did with the little girl. What the little girl talking about?
Man, she deserves an Academy. She deserves
He
an
did a
all-time
good
award. She was
job.
like, "Huh, I never heard that kind of perspective before," because the man said,
Legacy. That's what they
"We
were talking
all
about.
just gonna
Legacy. He's like,
die."
we don't
And then
nobody
you think
care about
it's
legacy.
done.
You're gonna die anyway. Like
She listened intently and she goes, "Huh, first time I heard
shake
that
my
one before.
head.
So tell me more." I was like, you know what? I can have you. You can come to do all the interviews because
Yes,
he was
yes,
such a Debbie Downer. I'm sorry.
yes.
Okay,
Oh,
on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm
uh,
saying that flight was a -1.
oh gosh, really a negative
Yeah.
one? Because I heard that they felt like neither one of them were giving it their all, but like
Well, I don't even think it was about. I think it was about him getting money.
I think
And
so too.
it was an
I think that
arrangement.
I think it's clear at this point that that's what it was about, you
But the
know. And it's
inner
a lot of
80s
money.
baby in me was like, oh, he's conserving his energy. he's gonna knock him out.
Y'all really thought
He's
that? Y'all really thought that? Like, are you
First of all,
serious?
I don't know. It was a lot. It was a lot that I was going through, and I was like, "Come on, Mike." But then when he kept putting that fist up to bite his little,
Was that
to
the
just suck on, to have the
intimidation
fixation
tactic?
and bite down, and I was
Or
like, "Are
was
you gonna bite down on him because you want to bite his ear off? What do you want to do? What do you want to do?"
his hair just to bite a body part? That's all everybody was waiting for. I swear to being. I cannot.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, this
Okay.
episode is airing in between, or I guess we could say post Jake Paul and the Mike Tyson, because I'm leading with the winner. The winner. So post Jake Paul era, aka Mike Tyson, and
Right.
then also in anticipation, high anticipation of our Beehive phenom Beyonce performing on Christmas.
Is it on Christmas or is it on Thanksgiving?
I thought it was Christmas Day.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
let me
We
go
got to
down to
fact check.
that. Let
Go
me
on
go
ahead and
down to
fact
the
check because we need to get
Instagram
this straight
now.
right now because I
First
was
of
going to
all,
be
I
excited
looked
for
at it.
Thanksgiving for that reason.
She
I
was
be
on the
wrong.
car. She was
Yeah, I know she's going to be at a halftime show at an NFL game that is not the Super Bowl. So we just have to make it. We're going to tell y'all right now if it's going to be on the Thanksgiving Day game,
First
NFL
of
game.
all, you was not paying attention to her Instagram post, if that's what you thought.
I mean, I just no, I was very excited and I was like, oh, she's gonna be. I didn't even. I did. I knew somebody was gonna get me right. I knew I wasn't gonna miss it. You can't
Christmas
miss it.
Day, Houston,
It's Christmas
Texas.
Day. Okay, here we go.
And girl, I don't even know who she playing. I don't even know
You don't
like
know
who
who
she
playing.
playing.
Well, who she playing?
Who Beyonce playing on Christmas? Who Beyonce playing on Christmas on the football team?
Gosh, oh my goodness.
Because that's how much I'm
You know, I
excited.
started to wear my Eagles shirt. I
Hey.
started to have it on, but you know, it's okay. It's all right. But last do is go birds. Listen.
And I do my dance.
Oh my
Because that's what the Eagles
gosh.
doing. They Kendrick Lamar right now. They
They
outside right
out here.
now. They
They
not
out
like
here.
us.
No.
Okay? Tush pushing all. We got Saquon Barkley up in that building doing backflips.
Thank you, John.
Who just
All right,
got?
let's get into this episode.
Barkley. Wait.
Did you see that ornament? They got Christmas ornaments of Saquon Barkley doing a reverse hurdle. I might get it. I ain't lying. I'm not. I'm sorry. I got it. It had nothing to do with the theme of my Christmas tree this year,
Listen,
but
that boy
I
is so
might get that
good.
ornament.
He is so good that he makes me want to just have a moment. Every time I watch that man play, I just do it coming to America. That boy good.
That
Real
boy
good.
so
He real good.
watching it. That is how I'm watching it. All right, y'all. Y'all
All
probably
right.
don't get nothing about football or any of those things or
Well,
Mike
I mean,
Tyson. But that's
yes.
what's happening in the world. So we like to give y'all a little snippet of
Yes.
current goings ons,
Yes.
before we get into it. But we are definitely coming up on the Thanksgiving holiday, I guess.
Wait, what's that? You got something to say? Like to hear it here? Go,
I
go.
mean, we all know it's the Christmas season, and Thanksgiving is just a little like in between. You know, it's a
It is
little.
like a wait,
We
when
can
wait,
please
I'm sorry.
say everybody,
When does
huh?
thanks holiday when does thanks holiday begin?
Thanks holiday. Okay, so the Christmas season begins, I want to say like at least by November 2nd. November 2nd, like right. Halloween's up the door, all of that stuff, and then you got, all of the things. I want to say about November 2nd. It's
Right
okay
after
to go on
Halloween.
ahead. Right, just going ahead and get it going. And I mean, it's a long history with Thanksgiving. Some of it can be very controversial, right?
Is it
And
some of it or all of it?
I mean, most of it, all of it, right? I feel like we're trying to change it, and rightfully so. We're trying to change it into something that is positive and something that, has nothing to do with the beginnings of it, because that was just like wrong and a fraud.
Right.
The native, like, American side of it's just kind of like a slap in the face, right? When you think about the beginnings of the country and how it all went down. But I think that people are trying to change a narrative of just giving thanks and being thankful. And that's what this episode is about. This episode is about giving thanks and things that we
Oh,
are
give
thankful
thanks.
of.
All the thankful songs I know, I feel like are gospel songs. I'm thinking about that Mary Mary joint. Lord, I'm thankful for my blessings, everything that remember that joint?
Yeah, I remember. I
And then what's
remember.
another one? What's a regular song about? Not regular. What's a non-gospel song about? A secular song about?
About
I'm
giving,
thankful.
about being thankful.
Yeah.
I want to say thank. Oh, no, that's a birthday song.
What song is that, Quandra? What's it? Like, now I want to Google it. Thankful songs.
we
Popular.
gonna we gonna pull that up. This is another issue with Thanksgiving. They
Oh,
don't have no song.
Ariana Grande, shout out to her post Wicked because she did her thing as Galinda.
Oh,
But
don't
they are
talk about
look,
it too deep. I need to
look,
go.
look,
Still got to see it. I read the book. I've seen the
girl,
play. I need to go see the movie. I'm excited. I'm
she
very
has a
excited.
song. Thank
Hmm.
you. Next. So
Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh, cause
grateful
they
for
don't
my.
have.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
petty. It's very petty. She said I'm grateful for my ex.
oh my
Next.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
It
We
said
going. You know
choosing
what?
gratitude over pettiness. That's what AI said. The song is about choosing gratitude over
Gratitude.
pettiness.
Okay. Well, I can get down with that. I can get down with that.
Mhm. Not AI,
But
Uncle Chat. Anyway,
Uncle Chat. That's what we call it, eh?
that's what Rachel called.
Uncle Chat. Okay. I don't
Gender.
know.
I don't know.
Like, okay, you know what? I'm not.
Anyway,
My brain spent in too many circles just
whatever.
now.
Whatever.
Um.
Anyway, so she's got that thank you song. But no, I
uh,
know, it's funny, we just talked about a lot, just the history, be
mhm.
a lot controversial about Thanksgiving. And we say the word thank you often. And as a self-care podcast, we like to dive into what does that really actually mean?
What does it
And
all mean?
what does it all mean? And so we say thank you, like people say God bless you a lot. It's just a knee jerk reaction to things.
Hmm.
And a lot of times it's niceties.
Right.
So, when you look up the thankful definition, thankful means being conscious of or expressing appreciation for benefits received,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
interesting. So, yeah, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Say it one more time. Say it one more time for the people in the
One
back.
more again. Rewind that. So, thankful means being
Uh huh.
conscious of. So,
Conscious of.
conscious of
Uh huh.
and expressing appreciation for benefits received.
For benefits received. Okay. Okay. They keep it pretty open. I like it. I can get down with that.
Right. So,
I
I
can get
mean,
it.
when I think about benefits, now I'm an adult. I think about like health insurance. So, am I thankful for that?
Just ran through my brain when you said benefits. But
Like,
this is where I live. So, but no, I can see how they say that because it houses a lot of various things, right? When you say benefits, so that makes sense.
Lord, I'm thankful for my blessings, everything that you gave. Around me, my life, Lord, you gave. Where would I be without your love?
Okay.
So, what are some common expressions of thankfulness if we are expressing appreciation for benefits received? And I'll often, confuse or say thankful when I mean grateful. But I'm also like, I'm thankful for my family. But do they really, is it the true meaning of being thankful for my family, being conscious and expression of benefits received? Like I benefit because I get the support from them. So like, and also I give support. So am I thankful or is that a strong appreciation? Can you be thankful for things like family and friends?
I want to say absolutely. You could be thankful for, I mean, depending on who your family and friends are, right?
Yeah.
And of course, we have a lot of different family and friends, and sometimes you come across those one or two or three or whoever you have that you can clearly tell the difference between the impact that they have on your life
Yep.
versus the impact that others may have on your life. And so you can have like that moment. I feel like there's a lot of mindfulness tied into it when you're giving thanks and you're thankful for someone because it's like a pause and it's like, wow, like I can't believe that, if it is someone who has an impact on your life, I can't believe they would do that for me. I know, or that like when I'm in their presence, I am a happier me, right? Or, I'm
Yeah.
a better me. I'm a more patient person, or, I can see like I want to be like them. I'm out there exemplary. So I want to, and I can see like I want to be that one day. It's a lot of different reasons why you could be thankful, but I know that we've been talking about Ephesians lately, like you and me and Rachel, right? We've been talking about Ephesians, and one of the things that we had talked about when it came to thankfulness, well, in my mind, when I think about being thankful, is the fact that we are like crazy as human beings on earth, and we do all of these like weird things, bad things, all of these crazy things, and yet and still is my belief that Jesus died for our sins, and He ain't have to. I have to, and so for me, and God gave us grace. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that makes me thankful. I'm thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not something that I deserve at all in the least bit. I didn't do anything. I did nothing to deserve it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of times when we are thankful for things in our lives, for me at least, it's for things that I didn't do anything to deserve, and someone just like extended some level of kindness or impact to me, just out of the kindness of their heart, you know?
It makes me
So
think about random acts of kindness.
random acts of kindness. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Because a lot of times
yeah.
it's like, being in a drive-through. I've been in a drive-through, and I think it was at Dunkin' Donuts, and somebody paid for my meal. And
Hmm.
then they were like, this has been happening for a while. Do you want to pay for the person behind you? And I was like, sure. And then I was like, well, thank you. But I'm really thanking them. But I'm just thankful for the moment of appreciation that someone is and someone's are a
Hmm.
part of being nice and
Being
sharing the
nice.
gift of giving.
Yeah, that pay it forward. I think it's like a pay it forward
Yes.
type of, yeah, and it's like you don't, the person who's receiving on the receiving end didn't do anything, right? They didn't do anything. They were just kind of in the right place at the right time or whatever the case. But it's like that. But you can still be grateful because it's like, oh,
Wait, I
so
can't hear you. Say it again.
I was like, it happened to be in the right place at the right time. But for the person on the receiving end, it's kind of like, you did that for me.
Right.
You
You did
feel
that
super special,
for me,
right?
not for me. Yes, absolutely. And it's interesting. So today we deal with a lot of common expressions of thankfulness as it relates to Thanksgiving. So some of those things are Friendsgiving. Well, obviously, Thanksgiving
Yes.
with being with our family, a lot of times we don't get to
Hmm.
see them, but once or twice a year, and it's around this holiday season, either Thanksgiving or Christmas. But it's being thankful for them, thankful for the thankful for your friends, having Friendsgiving.
The
Um,
Friendsgiving has become popular. I just want to
oh my
say
God.
it's a popular event. They have like decorations for it because of TV show Friends, and then like they have like the
Oh
little
yeah.
decor of Friendsgiving and the whole thing with the turkey on the head. I don't know if you watch Friends, but
I
they have
did.
like
I remember.
decor. Okay, they have all of that type of stuff for it, but it's just popular because it was a reel that I just saw recently, and it was talking about college. And I know, like this whole basis of us being in college and, becoming lifelong friends and
Yep.
family. But it was speaking to the fact that when you go to college or in that time period of your life, and the people who you choose to be around, they become lifelong friends. It's kind of like the family that you got to choose.
Yep.
It doesn't replace family. It doesn't replace family at all. It doesn't take anything away from family, but it's an adding to. It's an adding to.
Yeah.
But those are the people that you got to choose. And so it's really dope and it's fun. It's a fun time and everything like that. So I'm glad that they're giving something for that because friendship is important. Wait,
Good
all
for
right. Are
you.
we back? Are we back in it? I'm excited for Thanksgiving. I'm excited to spend time with my family and my extended family, of course, and my friends. But like this year, for sure, in this inflated economy, we
Oh,
got
but
a
if
limited menu. We got a limited menu this year. All right, we're not doing
listen,
all of the things.
the way that my mac and cheese don't need to be cheesy for $55 worth of cheese, I don't understand. Like, I can't hear you
Oh
no
my
more.
goodness!
Say it again.
I know it has not always been this much for some cheese, and I'm like, do we need
I only hear you in the back of my head when I look at the cheese talking about don't you get the store brand. Don't you get the great value. Don't you
because
get
I try to skirt around some corners when I can and get the store brand, of whatever I can
but not
get.
for cheese, for mac and cheese.
Not for cheese. I'll never forget that one year. I believe the year
Oh my gosh.
2009 where I tried to make mac and cheese with store brand cheese. And I sat here and I put all of the things together and I was mixing and stirring and layering and stirring and layering
With the
and
cheese
pouring
sauce,
with the cheese
did
and I
you
did
put the
all of the
butter,
things with the
the
butter,
butter, the
I had
salt?
the roux, I had the cheese sauce, roux, I had all of the things. I put it
Mm.
in the oven, 45 minutes, just about normal. I looked in the oven, nothing melted. It looked exactly the same.
Time out.
It looked exactly the same. Did I turn the oven on? Maybe it's me. Like user error. Maybe it's me.
Oh my
And the
goodness.
oven was on. The oven was hot. And I
Oh
like,
my God.
and I put it another 45 minutes and nothing changed. I'm like, why is the cheese not
Girl,
melting? What is these shreds, this shredded stuff of whatever, just refuse to melt?
that reminds me so much of when you find a 1 year old French fry from McDonald's in the corner of your car and it's not moldy.
Completely golden, completely golden.
I'm always like, that
Not a
goes inside
brown,
of you when you
not a
chew
brown
it.
speck in
No.
sight. Not a, you know what? You find it because like under the car seats and like under the
Right.
things when you go to vacuum, you know good and well in
It looked
your
like you could
brain,
literally bite
you
it into
remember the
it.
last time you went to McDonald's and you know
Exactly.
it was a minute ago. It's crisp. It is crisp and golden. And I'm like, they feeding us plastics, y'all. They feeding us plastics.
So you telling me that the cheese is plastic too, is what I'm hearing.
Well, okay, so when I went back to look at the cheese packet, it said cheese like. It say cheese, and it say actual cheese. It said like cheese like, and I was like,
That's a
you
mess.
gotta read them ingredients, man. You gotta read them ingredients. But no,
Mm,
I'm excited. I'm excited for Thanksgiving. I feel like I got all the right ingredients. You know,
yeah.
I feel nervous, and I think that's working in my favor because when you feel nervous and you be a little bit more careful,
Yeah. I
about what
like
you're
that.
doing.
Yeah.
And if you overconfident, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. When someone is overconfident, I do get a little bit nervous.
Wait, on Thanksgiving?
Yes. I get because they feel like you got this, you can do it. And some
If you got
people,
it too much.
right, if you at a certain level in the game, then yeah, you got it. You've done
Well,
this
most
in your
people
sleep.
who know they can cook, they don't talk about it. They just
They
be
don't talk
doing
about
something.
it, but I'm
Yeah.
talking about on like on the younger side. You don't have too many years of experience.
Auntie
Over,
bringing
hey, the
like the TT with
auntie,
the grease.
yeah, the TT with the arm and the greaves and all of the things. And I'm like, I don't know. And you kind of young, and I said not to be, nothing. But
Don't
like,
you do
if you overconfident, like you just gotta bring it down. If I still got a little bit of anxiety, you should have a little. No, I'm joking.
be humble. We had a couple references to Kendrick Lamar. They not like us. Be humble. He just came out with an album.
Oh
Excited.
yes,
Yeah, he just dropped it like what 2 days ago.
yes, yes. It's on my to do. You know what? Tomorrow, that's what it's happening.
I
I'm listening
listened
to
to
it.
the intro, the first
Did
two
you?
songs, and I was like,
Did
oh,
you?
I need to sit down
You
and
gotta
get
sit
that.
down and
Yeah,
take it all in, right?
yeah,
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, you
yeah,
gotta
man.
listen to it.
All right, let's get back to the thankful discussion because
What are
I got a
you
challenge. Yeah.
what are you thankful for this year?
This whole 2024 year,
For the year. It's been a year.
one thing, there's so many things I'm thankful for. I feel like my grandma. She said, "I'm thankful for my right mind."
Exactly what that means.
I do too.
I agree. Hmm.
I'm thankful for my right mind. I'm thankful that my stress level is not nearly what it was at the beginning of this year.
Yes, yes.
Gosh, and that I'm so excited. There's so many things I think I'm thankful for. Health, one of the
Hmm.
things that hit home when we talk about the definition of being thankful and appreciative of benefits received. Well, my physical health is really important to me. And,
Hmm.
I'm a little bit of them LBs, outside issues.
Yes, ma'am.
But I'm reminded too of one time a good friend of mine, Miriam, she and I were running and we're training for some race. I don't know which one. Who knows? Did a lot of marathons and half marathons.
Yes, yes.
We were training for something, and one morning I got so teary eyed because we did like 9 miles, and
Hmm.
it was the longest run that we had done in over a year. And I say 9 miles. I don't know who's listening and what level of fitness that is, but to run 9 miles,
A
I just
lot.
got so full of thankfulness that my
Yeah.
body was able to run that long and like that I had the limbs to do stuff. And I know that sometimes
Mm.
we take things for granted. And I know my
Hmm.
professional background is in workers comp where people got injured at work and their whole life got altered upside down sometimes, if it
Hmm.
wasn't fraud. But a lot of times, I had to deal with that type of on the receiving end of somebody's physical body not working the way that it used to work. And so I was so excited and she laughed at me. She was like, girl, what you doing? And I was like filled
Right.
with tears of thankfulness for my
Yeah.
body.
I
And
think you were about to say we take it for granted, and I agree.
yes,
I agree. We definitely take it for granted, and it's something that we don't have to have. We don't have to have it.
we
Somebody
don't.
said it's not a right. It's not like a thing that you
Limbs,
have to. Limbs
right.
are not a right. Limbs and being able to get up out of your seat by yourself,
Right.
right, is not a right. That's something that you have to like literally take a moment to be grateful for. And I know that
Mm-hmm.
I have some friends who have had babies recently, and
Yes.
even me myself, I've had surgery recently, and it was in the stomach area,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you don't realize how many muscles you use in your stomach
Girl, I
to
can
just stand up.
your core. How
Oh
about
my,
your core?
your core
Yeah.
is important. It is
Mhm.
very, very, very important. And in you saying that, I'm just reminded, and I'm very, very grateful. And I was just just a normal day of like coming home with the kids and everything. I'd get everybody out the car. Parents fell asleep in the car. So I had to take her. I got to grab like 5,000 book bags and all of the things. I don't know why I take so many bags to work, but I got all these bags, the lunch bag, the work bag, the purse, the this, the that, the extra bag for no reason, and in her bags, and I gotta pick her up and take her out of the car. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy because like a year and a half ago I couldn't do that. I couldn't lift over 15 pounds. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just grateful to be able. And I have to go up steps and go, and do all these things to get her where she needs to be. And I'm just happy and thankful that I can be able to do those things. And it was something that I totally took for granted. How quickly I used to just get up, move, do this, do
Wow.
that. You know what I'm saying? And like I
Mm-hmm.
had all this energy and doing all these things, and in certain situations in your life can humble you very, very, very quickly and profoundly. And so it's like I'm very, very. I understand what you say when you were just running and you were grateful that you could run. And I was very, very grateful that I could pick up my baby. I could pick her
Right.
up and carry her to where she needed to be with all my millions of bags, and they had no issues.
Wow.
No issues.
That's a blessing. It actually makes me think about our next point, which is being thankful through challenging times. And I'm gonna put an
Mm-hmm.
emphasis on the bounce back because a
Yeah.
lot of times, especially the older we get, you start to compare yourself to your younger self, and you may have been able to do 1,000 things, right?
Right.
This Paris is your third baby. I'm sure you wasn't even thinking about what
Mm-hmm.
you were grateful for with your ability to pick up your
Jesus
first
help us.
child, right?
Not at all.
Your
They
second
wouldn't
one,
even have
right?
thought. They
Right.
wouldn't even have thought. I had no ounce of gratefulness. It was not a
It
thought.
was
I
not a thought.
due to me. Like what? You couldn't tell me.
Right.
So that's very, very true. That is
Like that
very
bounce back and being able to just be thankful that you can do more than your lowest point. Even though
yes.
it's not your best point, it's
Right.
better than your lowest point, and still finding appreciation on those moments in life that are less than perfect in your
Mm-hmm.
circumstances that you're dealing with. Because
Mm-hmm.
wow, that's a part of what we go through, the journey of ups and downs. And so like there's going to be things that challenge us. There's going to be things where I can compare myself to my old self or somebody else, and you don't really need, you don't, I'm not saying you don't need to. I just think it's not healthy to focus
I
on
don't
those
think so
things.
either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that, if you are going to compare yourself to anybody, it should be yourself. But like when it comes to like your health and living in reality, the
Yeah.
reality is that when we go around the sun a few more times, things do change, and that's okay. You're
Yep.
in seasons. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, and those seasons are what you make it at the end of the day. They are what you make it. So I feel like I think that just being grateful to be where you are and being mindful in the moment
Mm-hmm.
is very, very, very important. Like just taking that time to sit back and like think about the things that you're able to do for yourself, outside of all the things coming in, all the people who are impacting you that don't need to be impacting you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's a big thing, like those little moments that you can just have with. We had a whole moment yesterday. We had a whole podcast last night. We had a whole
Girl,
thing
we should have just
on.
pursued.
We could have. We do that a lot, y'all. That's the reason why we started it, because we could have literally had a whole podcast.
Our life is our friendship is a podcast.
We could have, and it was just like, and I am grateful for you. I am grateful for you, and I'm grateful for Rachel.
I
I
was
don't
about
know
to
what I
ask you
do.
what you was
And it's like, and I hear like the people who I'm around and my friends, and when they see us interact, they're like, "Wow, that's insane!" Like, that's
Yeah.
a really great friendship you need. And people remind me, they're like, "You need to be grateful. Like this is, I don't have it. I've never seen anything like it." But it is the truth because you are amazing. You know what I'm saying? And so is Rachel, and she's like our,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? Like oh my gosh, she's amazing, and
I feel like
she is. She has like
it's
such a foundational. Her spirit is foundational. Y'all don't
rock,
even know.
solid rock. Like if I'm about to fall, she's like right here. Like if this my back and it's going this way, Rachel's like right
Right.
here, keeping
Like
me standing and grounded.
I don't know if y'all know, but like if y'all have that, you know how like when you think about or like relationships or whatever the case, and your partner can be nervous about the friends, like the friends
Oh
that you have
yeah.
and the friends that you keep, and whatever the case, and like I if I say I'm going with Elise, it don't even matter. You ain't about to get into no foolishness. She's not about to get into no
I'm about to
foolishness.
run away from the foolishness. Actually, I can remember on several occasions where there was foolishness happening, and we was the first people out the door together. Like, remember that Fourth of July in Philly
But the shooting,
with the
oh
shooting?
gosh, I remember that. Oh my
Grab
goodness
your
gracious.
babies, grab your things. We
Yeah,
out
get
the
your wives, get
door.
your kids, get shooting.
You ain't have, but we didn't have to prep. Like it was just like we not dealing with. I'm
Nah,
not
we out of
walking
there.
to the drama. I'm walking away
We're walking
quickly.
away. We getting out of Dodge. And it was you are one of those friends that you're trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to sit here and beat me over the head with nothing because if I'm doing something that's not right, she gonna tell me. She gonna tell me. She gonna be like, friend. She gonna be like, now Quandress. Now Quandress. She's gonna say my whole name. It's gonna feel awkward. I don't like it.
You do the same for me though.
I would.
Especially when I was trying to act like I didn't want to put them dishes away. You was like, girl, can't you just put that in the dishwasher? I was like, man, okay, like fine.
It is funny because we know each other like that to just
Yes.
be open and honest. I think that I am thankful for you. I
Oh,
really am.
I
I
appreciate
really
it.
am. So,
Gift of friendship, the bit.
yeah.
And so it's funny. I just remembered. So the whole concept of being thankful for benefits received, but
Yes.
also being thankful for the gift that you're
Mm.
giving. I do believe that there is thankfulness in being able to like give benefits to others, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the top of my mind, reminded of things like this is the time of year where people give to those in need who are maybe less
Yes.
fortunate. And then the people who have more, or even if they just have and they have a want to share, they might give. And then also with our friendship, being able to give of ourselves just lovingly, like, okay, I don't count what benefits we give or receive or
Right.
give, but we just have a really strong friendship. So that back and forth is a gift, even if I'm
Mm-hmm.
giving or if I'm receiving, and it's something that I'm thankful for, just the friendship, like the whole foundation. And I think that it's important to also sit back and reflect on like, yeah, it's great to have be thankful for things that we receive, but it's also really great to think about the things that we give too when we're being thankful for whatever it is that we're being thankful for.
Yeah, because you might not have. I mean, like everybody don't have the opportunity to give. So if you're in a position to be able to give, that's something to be thankful for,
There's three
right?
ways you can give: time, talent, treasures.
Put that roll on the side. Like
Girl, that's my favorite thing to say.
I like that. I
Well,
like
you
it
know,
a
I
lot.
love me some community service. So, like, you can give of
Yes.
your time
Yes.
and you can
Yes.
give of the things that you have a gift of. Like, if
Right.
people are like, Elise, I want you to MC the family gathering because you
Yeah.
bring the entertainment. That's literally not money.
Right.
Just making
Right.
people smile.
Yes. 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 Bring the energy. I
Bring
like
on the
it.
energy.
I
Absolutely.
like it. I like that, being appreciative of the things that we receive, being thankful for things that we can give. And then it's
Mm-hmm.
like, it's one more thing that I can think of, and it's just being grateful for the future, right?
Ooh.
And just, I
Ooh.
know that one of the things that we talked about, oh my goodness, it was last week at church. It was last week at church, and he was talking about history of Thanksgiving. Our pastor was talking about the history of Thanksgiving, and he is like a history buff. So he'll try to tie some historic context into whatever it is he's talking about. And one thing he
Okay.
talked about was the original ties of giving thanks in East Africa, and how there was a dry season, there was a wet season, and they actually gave thanks during the dry season. You would think they would give thanks during the wet season because that's when all the crops would grow and all of
Yeah.
the things. But they gave thanks, and they were grateful and thankful for the wet season because that's when they got things. But they were also thankful and grateful during the dry season because they knew the wet season was going to come again. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's like one of those things where you're going through something challenging to like give thanks unto the Lord. Oh, no, sorry. But to like to give thanks during those times, knowing that he already in the past kind of like brought you through some things,
Yep.
right? And everything worked out well, even though you thought that that thing was gonna be the thing that did you in, right? And it
Wow.
maybe it did do you in, right? But you found a way to bounce back from it. And so if you're coming across another dry time, giving thanks for the future, because you know if he did it before, he can definitely do it again, and just already being grateful and thankful for what the future may hold in your life. That's another
That's
thing.
an
And I think that
interesting
that's, yeah, that's
consideration.
something
Yeah.
where I'm trying to lean into that and really look forward, because it kind of, I think that's a dope thing to like really think about and be grateful for the future, especially during these times where things seem grim. It's a time. It's a time. You know what I'm saying? And the
Wow.
time too shall pass. And so we got to look ahead of that and be
Yep.
thankful for what we know of what is going to come. So,
So I have to share, my aunt has been sharing some really cool, thoughtful, just messages of hope. And
mm,
on the 18th, she shared one that was called, literally, it was called Being Thankful, Simple Reminders
mm-hmm.
by Troy Amdahl. And what you just shared actually helped me think about it. And I pulled it up because she was sharing it. And it says, being thankful for the difficult times. During
Mm-hmm.
those times, you grow.
Yes.
Be thankful for your limitations because they give you opportunities for improvement.
Mm.
Be thankful for each new challenge because it will build your strength and character. Be thankful for your mistakes. They will teach you valuable lessons. Isn't that crazy?
I like it. I like it. I like that a lot.
I like it too. They're simple. They
Mm-hmm.
are truly simple reminders, but also it makes me be reminded about part of self-care is about being intentional to
Yes,
yourself
yes,
and giving yourself grace
yes.
for things that are not perfect in life. Also, things that we are gonna fall because we're gonna fall on our face
Mm-hmm.
flat and make
Flat.
mistakes and piss people off and
All
piss
scraped
ourselves
up.
off and like
Mm-hmm.
and you say, "Oh, we gonna start again on Monday" or something. Like somehow Monday is a clean slate for everything,
Yes, it
but
is. It really is. We're gonna get it together.
it's all like it's an opportunity and be thankful because if you didn't have that experience, you wouldn't know. You don't know what you really don't know, and so
Yeah.
it's always an opportunity. Like even when things seem dark, like a lot of people in our society felt dark earlier this month for various reasons. I won't share too much about it, but that feeling of emptiness, like that's a moment for thankfulness because it could be an opportunity for something to blossom that you weren't paying attention to, but if not for this moment of feeling down.
Yeah, it's that whole like pressure creates diamonds, right? And
Yes.
going and knowing that, and we know that because we all know that we have all been through challenges, right?
Yeah.
We've all been through some things, and for one way or another, somehow, some way, and we know what that way is. We're able to get through those challenges, and usually we come out stronger, we come
Mm-hmm.
out wiser in some regard, where depending on what the circumstance was. And I just want us to remember that because there's a lot of people right now dealing with a lot of challenges, and it's like holidays can be rough for people, but just kind of giving that thankfulness to the future when you can't think in that moment, like, what am I thankful for? Like, this year has been trash, or whatever you got going
Yeah.
on. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on what your circumstances are, it might not have been a great year. It could be your year of you just living in that valley, you just going through some things. But this it's gonna pass. It's gonna pass by. It's gonna pass by, and just like being grateful and thankful and just calling it. Like sometimes you just gotta say it out loud. Like this is gonna go by. This is gonna be a thing of the past. This is gonna give me something that I've learned from, or something that I grow from.
I'm also reminded, like this morning. No, yesterday morning I went to the grocery store and this is not the first time I've heard it, so that's why I'm bringing it up. I just smiled at somebody, as I often do, that I don't know, and just say, "Hey, good morning. How are
Yes.
you?" And the response was, "I'm here." And I
Oof.
hear that a lot.
Oof.
I hear it more a lot than I used to. People just used to say fine. I don't really hear that today. I hear I'm here. Like people are
Mhm.
just literally making it. And
Mhm.
I'm reminded of like the chain or the cycle of unfortunate events. Like there are people who are
Yeah.
consistently going through a lot of spirals of unfortunate events.
Right.
And it can feel like I'm just here forever and I'm not gonna get out of it. And so like I often struggle because I'm a positive centered person on not over pacifying the people who feel like I'm here.
Right.
I'm here and I don't have
Right.
anything positive to say about
Mhm.
the moment. I can't be thankful for nothing, right? Because that there it's a lot of people who feel like that.
Large amount. Large amount. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. So I hope this is just like a small moment of encouragement that if you are feeling that way, even just being here is something that you could be thankful for. It is something that you could be thankful for because you don't have to be here. Just waking up, just being here. We got another shot. We got another shot at it. You know what I'm saying? Like just to have another shot at it is it's a good thing. It could be a good thing. It's that mindset, right? It's the mindset behind it all. And I think that, you know, in this season coming up, this season within the Christmas season of giving thanks, that we just can keep our head up high and look towards the future and know that we are here. We definitely are here, and that there's things to come that we don't know what those things are, but
Yeah.
we know better times are ahead of us. So,
I agree. I think one thing that this episode did for me from a reflection and my self-reflective thought, and I challenge others to do it, is I do think it's very important to go out of your way and smile and say hello to someone because you don't
mm-hmm.
know what that could have as a positive impact on that other person.
Yes, it's nothing like feeling looked over or like you don't exist, and
Mm-hmm.
then having someone take the time to look at you and say, "Hi,
Hi.
how you
Smile.
doing?" and
Pleasantly correct.
smile like a pleasant, like a
Yeah.
genuine smile. You don't know how that can literally lift someone's day up. You just
Mm-hmm.
don't know. So
Yep.
I've been on the receiving end of that. I've been
It's
at my
nice.
wits, and it is nice, and it's like, okay, hi,
That simple act of kindness
simple
can
act.
impact someone. It can
Yes,
make them feel a little bit stronger. They could feel calm about whatever life circumstances they're going through. And you've just given them a gift that of a benefit that they can be thankful for.
it don't take much. It don't take much to
Actually, less
smile.
calories to smile than to frown.
I heard it take less muscles. It takes
I
less
thought so. Wait, is it less
to
muscles or
smile.
calories?
That well, it's less muscles. I don't know about the calorie
Ah,
part,
okay.
but I definitely know it's less muscles to smile than it is to frown.
You're
Like you
right.
literally got to go out of your way to frown. You got to go out of your way. So let's work on our muscle memory. Work on our muscle memory of smiling,
And then if
right?
it
So we
happens to be some unique study that came out that's like it's actually not, then it's muscle memory.
then you already got the
now you got the muscle to do it.
yes, I like it.
Oh yeah, yeah. So thank you, friend, for
Thank
this
you, friend.
thankful Thanksgiving episode.
Yes, girl. About to fit. I'm about to go wash and start peeling some potatoes.
Girl, and I'm about to start basing this turkey. So,
Yes.
y'all, we gotta go. We out. So, thank you for spending some time with us with your listening ears. Please go on and check our show notes for any information we referenced in this episode. Check out our website, www.queenbeautypodcast.com, and please send any comments and questions to queenbeautypodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you so much, everybody. Please remember to give us a rating, a 5-star rating, and share this podcast with someone that you know who might learn something from it. You don't care who it is, just do your thing. And thank you so much for our podcast editor, who at this point is also our co host, Eve Elise White. Thank you so much, y'all, for listening with your listener ears. Peace and love.
Ciao.